Hey MCA Algebra 2, it's Mr. Pleasance again. Here I've got your substitution example. So remember that the way you know that it's a substitution problem, or that you can solve it easily with substitution, is if you have a y by itself somewhere. Because then we know that we've got another word for y is this whole thing, 6x minus 11. So 6x minus 11, it's the same thing as y, which means that let's get rid of this y over here and replace it with a 6x minus 11. So that way we only have one variable and we can solve. So everything else stays exactly the same. This negative 2x is still negative 2x. Minus, still minus. That 3 is still a 3. But now we have to say y is 6x minus 11. And we have to put that in parentheses because it's the whole thing, 6x minus 11. Parentheses are just a way of grouping them together so we know it's the whole thing. And then we still have equals negative 7, so we say equals negative 7. Alright, the things that are going to stay the same, sometimes I like to write those first. I'm going to just put that negative 2x here, and I'm going to put the equals negative 7 here. Because I know that those are going to stay the same. Right now, all I'm about to do is to distribute this here. Oops. And we don't have to distribute to the two things. Alright, so we have the negative 3 times 6x, that's going to be negative 18x. And then negative 3 times negative 11, that's going to be a positive 33, so we say plus 33, equals negative 7. Now we have to keep in mind that this equal sign is a wall. So everything that's on one side together can just be combined if they're like terms. You're not going to ever do something like add 18x to both sides. Because when we say both sides, we mean both sides of this line, this equals side. So, alright, let's combine our like terms. We have negative 12x and negative 18x is negative 20x. And then we just still have that plus 33. And we still have equals negative 7. And now here's where we can do something to both sides. We can subtract 33 from both sides. So that will cancel out, and we have negative 20x, still that comes down, negative 20x, equals negative 7 minus 33 is the same as negative 7 plus negative 33. They're going to join together to make negative 40. Finally here, all we have to do is divide by negative 20 on both sides so that we can get x by itself. So it's 1x, which is x. And we have x equals negative divided by negative is a positive. 40 divided by 20 is the same as 4 divided by 2, just 2. Alright, so we have x. Are we done? No, we still have to find y. So let's go back in to one of our original equations, right at the top. This one tells us that 6x minus 11 equals y. So why don't I just plug in the x there, which I know I just figured out was a 2. So let's say it's 6 times 2 minus 11 is y. Oops. Just supposed to be 11 equals y. Well, 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 11, that's 1. So that means that y is 1. So we can say y equals 1, circle that, and we write our solution as 2 for your x, 1 for your y. Always put it in the form of x, y. And that's it. We've solved it. Now we want to double check it though. Let's double check it in the equation we didn't just use. So let's see. If I do negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4, minus 3 times 1, that's minus 3. Sorry, something weird happened in my video there. Do I get negative 7? Negative 4 minus 3? Yeah, it is negative 7. So that means we know we must have done it right. It's always good to do that quality control and check your answers.